Let's begin.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Volga Dance Academy YouTube channel. This is our very first segment. This is called VolgaCast the Podcast. My name is Alessandro Scalora. What VolgaCast is going to be a conversation with me and our fellow students, parents, coaches, and all that good stuff. Now, our first guest on the VolgaCast podcast joined the academy, let's say approximately about 4 to 5 months ago. So she hasn't been dancing very long. But in the time that she's been here, she's grown so much as a person. We've grown to love her so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Anna Nigerian. Hello, Anna. How are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How's your day today?
It's been really good.
Okay, good. Well, Anna, tell us. So let's start right from the beginning. Now, I remember on the first day that you came in, it was a Sunday, and then we continued throughout the year. You continue to dance, you start your dance journey. Now tell me, what motivated you to begin dancing?
Actually, I started, the idea of dancing came into my head when my mom kept on suggesting that I go to dance at Volga Academy. Because she was like, oh, it's a Russian school, you'll love it. And I kept on declining her because I felt like I wasn't ready for dance at the time. But then a couple months later, I was like, okay, no, I want to
You're ready, right?
Yeah. And so I asked her to sign me up. And then, I had my first lesson and I loved it ever since.
All right, so self-motivated, right? What do you think about dancing so far? What has been your, let's say if you had to pick one word to describe the feeling that you get from dancing, what would it be?
Okay, let's see. I think exhilarating.
I'm sorry?
Exhilarating.
Oh, exhilarating. I like that. That's interesting. Exhilarating. All right, let's see. What would I say? One word for dancing. See, the cliche ones come to mind, like passion. Let me see. Let me be bougie like you. Exhilarating. I'll think about it. Now, if we move on to our second topic, which is slightly philosophical, what do you feel is an important quality that dancing brings out in you?
Discipline and keep going. And
now, does the dance bring out the discipline, or is it Katrina? Is it Katrina that brings out the discipline?
Both, but in all honesty, our studio and our family brings out the discipline in me to keep going and to never forget what's important to me and how much that all means to me.
I like that a lot. And it's very philosophical. It's very deep. Let me see. What do you feel? One of the most important qualities that I treasure a lot in the dancing, and sure, this is cliche, whatever, but it teaches the gentlemen and the ladies how to behave. So a gentleman has to be gentlemanlike, has to be able to lead the lady correctly, has to be, let's say, chivalrous. Yes, he has to learn the qualities of being a chivalrous gentleman. And as for the lady, it teaches the lady ladylike skills, ladylike things to do. So that's one of the important qualities that I truly love and appreciate, because not to downplay other sports or anything, but football, basketball, they don't give, sure, they have their own quality, because let's say, for instance, basketball, football, you have to work with a team. In ballroom, it's just one-on-one, maybe three, whatever, because of the coach, but one-on-one, boy with a girl, and they have to work together. and putting a young child through that, and then them developing with their partner, they kind of start understanding how to talk to a girl, what to say to a guy, how to problem solving, how to use their problem solving skills with the opposite gender. So for me, that's one of the very important qualities, especially, you know, going through middle school, high school. What do you think? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think that I had same exact thoughts as you on that. That it teaches like both the lady and the gentleman different things that, in all honesty, it's like a part of life, and it's not only useful in dancing, but it like just teaches you how to become a better person. And
Of course.
Honestly, I think that dancing also brings out confidence in people.
Oh yes.
It's like it's all about the presentation, about you, about how you like express yourself in front of other
How
people.
to portray yourself. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And as well, in the long run, just to piggyback off the confidence and the what you were saying earlier, it makes you a better person. And yes, it makes you a better person. It makes you a better friend, better husband, better wife, better, as you said, better person in general. I 100% agree. To be a good dancer, as I said earlier, you have to have the qualities about the gentleman understanding his chivalry role and the lady understanding her ladylike role. But there are also another role each person, each dancer has to understand, whether they're in a role of a leadership position or they're in a role of a follower position. Now, a leadership position can be in a dance studio, can be, for example, being the top couple at a studio. Maybe if your coach or instructor, head teacher, whatever, hires you as a assistant coach, or for example, if you are just a regular student, average, and you want to show your coach or whoever, or you want to prove to yourself that you're more than average. So that's a leader. A follower, now, a lot of people may think follower, oh no, I'd rather be a leader than a follower. But here's the thing. I forgot to put up the question, which the question is, guys, do you prefer to be a follower or a leader? Now, before I let you answer this, I'm going to jog some things. Let me see if anything will pop up. But so as I was saying, people think being follower, oh no, I'd rather be a leader. But here's the thing. So I'll give you a little backstory, all right? Before I moved to Atlanta, okay, I was the leader, right? I led this team. It was called the Rocket City Dance Sport Team, something like this. In Alabama, there aren't many competitors, period. There aren't many competitors. And then the competitors that were there, we didn't exactly unite. And it's not like we had bad blood, not at all. It's the fact that we didn't there was no team, there was no structure, there was no discipline. And so I stepped up and I said, you know what? We're going to make the Rocket City Dance Sport Team. And the competitive dancers in Alabama, in the Huntsville area, we got together and we said, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I build a structure, we build discipline. So I think it was maybe 2 years, a year and a half, whatever it was. Every weekend, we would do stamina practice. We had group class, all the couples. We had coachings. We had, and so they all had to, wear black when you have coachings. Wear black during the rounds. The rules on that, right? And ever since I moved to Atlanta, of course, I've been a follower. Now I work for a boss, a very nice boss. I love her. I have to follow certain rules. And so what I can tell you from my experience as both a leader and a follower is I 100% prefer to be a follower. And here's why. Now, when I was a leader, okay, in Alabama, I had to deal with things I didn't want to deal with, right? I was young. I was kind of like, I just want to dance, right? I don't want to be in charge of this, right? Because it was kind of a team on different age groups, right? Like our youngest was like super young, our oldest was a little elder. So it was kind of mixed, right? But being where I am now, I love this follower position because I like to take orders and make sure that those orders are to the satisfaction of the person who gave it to me, right?
Yeah.
So in my case, I 100% prefer to be a follower. So after this long, huge tangent, tell me, Anna, which do you prefer, to be a follower or a leader?
Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. I would rather be a follower. Because being a leader has advantages, obviously. You learn the skills that you learn being a leader, you know? Like you learn how to keep an audience's attention. You learn how to like organize things. You learn how to, I don't know, get everyone to do what you want them to do and what's best for the team and things like that. But being a follower, like when you have someone to look up to and when you have someone to learn from, to like as an example, it kind of like
Makes it a little bit easier, yeah?
makes it easier, but it also kind of motivates you. It gives you like it reminds you like why you love what you do, and like, yeah.
I get what you say. 100%. But I didn't even think about it. What you said, you mentioned to get the attention of the crowd. That is something very that of course a follower has to understand to do, and then as a leader you have to do. So that was interesting that you brought up. So one of the advantages, another advantage I guess to be a follower is it takes a little bit of the pressure, maybe a little bit of stress, I guess you would say, of being a leader. Being a leader is a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, because if you make the wrong decision, one, it affects the team, and it's not the team's fault, it's the leader's fault. And having other people on the losing side, I guess you say, like having people be the reason of your mistakes, like letting it be an effect. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? It's one of the worst feelings in the world. So in all honesty, where I am now, I love being a follower.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think being a follower for that reason is a leader, because obviously there's not that like huge responsibility of like letting other people down or disappointing others in the mistakes that you make, or like making mistakes that not everyone on the team likes or enjoys. But I think at the same time, like you can't like make everyone happy, you know, like there's always someone you're gonna disappoint. And yeah, but I think definitely being a leader also teaches you things that it kind of makes you a stronger person and a more like you're not afraid to take risks all the time.
Right.
Yeah, like being a follower kind of doesn't have that.
Being a follower, like as you said, you said it earlier, you have this someone to learn from. I mean, not to say leaders don't have anything to learn from, but I think we understand what we're saying. But let's continue. This was a great topic, and I'm glad we had this discussion. Now let's do a little bit easier topic. Let's go. Favorite couple. Let's hear it. Anna, who's your favorite couple?
I really like Igor Petrov and Daria.
Nice. All right. Well, I think everybody knows my favorite couple. My favorite couple is Gabriele and Anna. But my two top favorite male dancers, you know, of course, Gabriele Goffredo and then Stefano Di Filippo. I love that guy. I had the chance to interview them both, and they're just top notch. Tell me, so apart, of course, Igor Petrov, right? Who's the one dancer that you'd love to meet in person and just watch him dance in person?
I think I'm gonna go with Armin Saturian.
Okay, Armin Saturian. He's got a new partner now with Dominica. So we'll actually be hearing him tomorrow in the Congress. There's a WDSF Congress, so I'm excited. So let's move on a little bit and talk about your favorite moment so far. Yeah. So you've been at the Academy very long, for about 6 months. And you've been very involved, super involved. If we have anything, showcase, you've already done your first show, first competition, already knocked it out, which is already impressive. You did it under a year. So congratulations, top notch.
Thank you.
Bougie claps. But tell us, what is your favorite moment so far?
Favorite moment so far. I'm gonna like generalize this one a bit because, I think my favorite moment so far has just been like working hard and kind of like developing myself in dance more and more over these past 6 months, and like seeing and just making my coaches proud, basically. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Seeing the progress, right? Nice. Well, I think that's one of the many things that will help you in the long run. If you are self-motivated, self-happy, in the sense, if you're happy with the progress, that's something a dancer truly needs. So of course you need the support of your dance partner, support of the coach, support of the parents, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, it's what makes you yourself happy, right? So if you're happy with the progress that you're making, hallelujah, right? Praise be to you. And that's for everybody. I mean, even the world champions, maybe the world champion is world champion, but he's not happy with his progress, right? So it's all about how happy and satisfied you are with your progress. So that is something that will help you 100% in the long run, right? So speaking about the long run, right? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Let's see, in 5 years, I'll be 22.
I can't even think how many 5 years. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Ooh, 25.
Let's see, 22. I mean, I guess, okay. I see myself pursuing a career in either like psychology, philosophy type thing, or possibly double major with that in linguistics.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I think I just want to pursue a college education on that and see where that leads me, and obviously continue dance. And yeah, it's kind of scary actually to think about, because like the fact that I joined dance at 16, it's kind of like a late place to start, because like I'm already in youth. There's not as much for me to do like before I get to college and then college life. But yeah, I'm gonna try and work really hard and see how far I'll get.
Well, here, let me tell you this. So a lot of top dancers, right? So they they begin dancing at a younger age, but they didn't start receiving results until they were in their late 20s. So even though you joined at 16, there's always the phrase that everybody agrees with: it's never too late to start. It's always never too late to start. You have so many, and especially, I was about to say, you have so many opportunities, and especially you have even more opportunities being at the Volga Dance Academy because of Katrina and everything she does. So always keep your, first of all, options open. Always keep your options always open, and pursue whatever you want to pursue. Because actually, we might get off a little bit tangent here, and I'll ask for your opinion for sure. When I say do what you want to pursue, I mean do what you wish to pursue. Not what mom, dad wants you to pursue, not what friend wants you to pursue, not what boyfriend, girlfriend wants you to pursue. If dancing is what makes you happy, that's what you do. If you feel like you can if you even have the smallest feeling and passion that you think you can make a career out of dancing, and you can make it something you can support yourself with and eventually a family, do it. And actually, you know what? Even if you don't know, but your passion is that strong, you do it, right? So I went to high school, right? All 4 years thinking I was going to join the military after high school. Look at me now. So I kind of realized I wasn't going to join like senior year-ish, because I came to Atlanta. I was, as a follower, I was shown all these opportunities that our coach gave us. And I was like, no, I definitely want to do this, and I definitely want to pursue it. So the first tangent was you choose what you want to do. The second tangent is your interests will always change. And if your interest and passion in dance is strong enough that even though your other interests may change, that the dance stays, I'm sure eventually you will make a dance career out of it. And I think you, out of all people, will create a dance career out of it, because you've been so motivated, you've been so eager to learn, you've been putting yourself out there with these congresses, with the academy, with every opportunity. So basically every opportunity you've had, you've taken it. With the summer camp, so everything, all the doors that have been presented to you, you have you have kicked down and broken the door. Okay, so that was, guys, ladies and gentlemen, Anna Nigerian breaks down doors. All right. So with that being said, what is your opinion on people who want to pursue a career but are pressured to follow another one?
Let's see. I definitely agree with you on the fact that if you are even just a little bit passionate about something and it means only that much to you, honestly, don't look at what other people are saying, and like stay true to your own desires and what you want to do with your life, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, and definitely go with the dance career if that's what you're into and that's what you want to do. Because ultimately, if you pursue something that other people want you to pursue and you don't want that for yourself, you're first and foremost not being honest with yourself. And when you're not honest with yourself, you can't really lead a good life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will always have that doubt in yourself of like what you're doing. Like, is this really meant for me? Like, will I really be happy in this? And then second of all, you'll always probably have regrets that you didn't take those opportunities and you didn't pursue what you wanted to do when you had the chance to. So yeah, definitely.
Good. I like that answer. Now, this was already a little bit in the deep section, right? Now we're going to take an even deeper dive, right? So this following question, right? This following question has had many answers from many different people. It's a question that one really needs to dig down deep and truly understand the answer to, all right? Now, we've built up enough drama for the question now, okay? How has dancing impacted your life?
Oh my God. Okay. So in the 6 very eventful months that I've had with dancing and with Volga Academy and with the team, with our family, it has quite literally turned my life upside down. Like, I was a completely different person before I started dance. I was very shy. I didn't like talking. I would probably never do this interview with you. I was completely not confident. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Excuse me. I felt like I had no desire to do the things that I thought I loved to do. But then I signed up for dance, and literally, besides the fact that I love dancing so much and I love Volga Dance Academy so much, it has made me like love my life so much more, and it has made me love to do the things that I've always wanted to do, and it has made me like start new hobbies and new passions and like discover things of myself that I would probably never have discovered if it weren't for dance.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. That's what, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, in all honesty. Yeah. So and it's only been 6 months, right? So imagine in 2 years, right? Exactly. So let me give you a little story. This isn't a personal story, but this is I know a lot of people who can relate. So dancing has impacted, or has the ability to impact many different people in many different ways, right? So maybe one person may find it as a fun hobby. For you, it has been a way of confidence, a way to build your self-esteem and the way of life. Actually, I'll have to say this, guys. When Anna started coming in her first days, I remember she had this like huge set of hair, right? I was like, oh, okay, I like the hair, but we got to do something about it. So then when she started realizing she has to come in looking the way she is now, she looks good. And here's the thing, guys. She's the only one who actually goes and does all the baby hairs. If you can see now, there's no baby hairs in the way. So that's how disciplined she is, guys. That's how much that she has, I'm going to say change. That's how much she has changed. A lot of people don't like the word change, but change is inevitable, right? So as I was saying, a lot of people find dance as a way of escape. Right? So maybe some people may find that dancing is their only way to express themselves. It may be a a way to get out of maybe they're not in the ideal home situation, maybe they're not in the ideal school situation, whether it's with bullying or just everybody always has a different situation. We all don't know everybody's life, right? So dance can be a way to get away from all of that, right? It can be a way to connect with your dance partner and have that best friend connection there. It can be a way to have a mentor through your dance coach. It can be a way to have teammates on the team. So it can be, to some people, it's a savior, right? It's a savior of life. To some people, it's all that they live for. So dancing is something that has the possibility. So this is very cliche to say, but I'm just going to say it because it's very true. Dancing has the possibility to save lives, right? To the right person, it can take someone from this point in life all the way to this point in life, right? So that's it's an important question. How has dancing impacted your life? And I'm glad that it has impacted you the way it has, because it has in a very positive way, and I very much love it. So, Anna, I'd like to first of all thank you so much for being on the very first season premiere of the VolgaCast Podcast, guys. Thank you so much for being on episode 1, and we can't wait to see your progress throughout the years. All right?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.